Hey, welcome into the video. I wanted to take some time to share how I got over my IT band issue and also what I do to prevent it, what I did to fix it, and maybe you can take some stuff away. It has to do with stretches and workouts that helped me personally. And if you want to skip ahead to that section where I show you the workouts and the stretches, it should just be a couple minutes ahead. But I did also want to share how I figured this out, how I learned it, and my experience with IT band injuries. So when I was running in 2019, 2018, I went on a longer run for me, which is about 5 miles. And immediately I hopped in my car and went to see a friend about an hour, hour and a half away. And that really messed up my knee. For a couple weeks, I would just have a lot of pain in the side of my knee up here on the left side of my left knee. And it wouldn't go away, and then it just got worse. And it stayed for about a year. I dealt with it all through that summer. I went on a long run that summer, and that's when it really got bad. I was about 9 miles into a 10 or 11 mile run and a couple miles from home, and I just couldn't run anymore because the pain got so bad and it just happened so quick. And from that point on, I could only go a half a mile before it would just shut me down. So I started trying to work out. I tried to do weightlifting and just stretching, and I wasn't diligent about it, but it also didn't seem like it was helping a whole lot until about 6 months after that really bad injury. I decided I was going to be diligent and really try to get this fixed. So I went to the chiropractor and thought maybe this will help it, and I'm not sure, maybe that helped a little bit. He also recommended doing like squats and things like that, and then I just started doing some research, and I came up with a number of different IT band stretches using bands. I came up with a number of IT band workouts using bands, and they ended up really working well. I did those for a month or so, or actually maybe a week, like every day, and I started noticing improvements. And then I did them solid for like a month or two, as well as doing just body weight squats and making sure I was stretching, and that took away the pain. I do them now still, especially if I'm running a lot. I try to do them at least a few times a week, just to prevent that same issue from coming back. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and get into the routine that I do, and hopefully that can help you prevent an IT band injury or get over an existing injury if you have one now. Okay, so before I show you the routine that I do, the bands I use, I just got some bands from Walmart. I use a light band. I try to use a light band. This one's medium, but it's very light. And then this one says heavy, but it's more like a medium. So they work really well. You don't need heavy weights for this. And yeah, I'll go ahead and show you the routine that I go through. So the first thing I do is basically like a single leg lift, a single side leg lift. I'll show you how I do that here. So you just want to wrap it around your ankles, and doing this with pants or longer socks can be helpful because these bands pull on the hair around your ankles. So sometimes doing it with shorts on is a little bit more painful. You just want to do basically this, about 20 to 30 reps. I usually try to get in 30 reps, and then flip over and you do the other side. After that, I get into what are called clam shells. You're going to pull the band up closer to your thighs and closer like in between your thighs and knees. And then you're going to bring your knees up like this and just lift your leg almost like the same leg lift. You're going to keep your feet together. And then you'll feel that same thing, 20 to 30 reps, whatever you feel is right. After that, I move into a sort of knee extension. So I sit like this. I keep one foot on the ground. And so let's say I start with my right leg and I just extend out. Then do the left. Again, 20 to 30 reps. After that, I sometimes will work. I don't always do this one, but sometimes I'll work more the inside of my leg as well. And if you want to do that one, you keep your one foot down on the band, and then you wrap this closer around your ankle or shin. You turn your foot out like this, and then you lift up. And that'll work more in here as well. And then the last band work I do is like a leg curl. You just go on your stomach, and you do one leg at a time, and you leg curl, about 30 reps. I don't do this one as much anymore, but you can also do, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's basically like a walk. So you want to wrap it around both of your feet, and you can start on one side, bend a little bit at the knees, and then just basically sit. And that'll again work right up here and strengthen this part. You want to do 30 steps one way, 30 steps the other way on that. And then body weight squats. So just a normal squat. You don't need to use weight to do that. Maybe you can use a light dumbbell if you really want to. But yeah, I don't think it's necessary to do a lot of heavy weights strengthening. It's just strengthening muscles around that IT band. And then the main stretch I would do would be, I think it's called a glute stretch. But you want to take your left leg, put it up against your right leg here, like this. And then you can stick your arm through your leg, grab your knee, and then grab your right knee with your other hand. And then you can pull in, and you can really feel that up here. In my opinion, that's the easiest way to stretch your IT band and get it stretched. And you can do it with the other side. There's other ways to do it. You can also stretch on the floor, basically creating the same thing, but using the floor to do it. You can do it up against the wall. I can show you that here. Let me just angle that. You can do it up against the wall, like this. Like this, and you can help maybe get it deeper if you use the wall. And then you can also lean up against the wall like this. But last one is kind of difficult to do. I never found that one as helpful. But the other stretches I always like to incorporate on top of whatever other stretching you're doing as well. All of those really seem to drastically improve my IT band injury, and then it seems to help prevent it as well, as I haven't experienced any IT band injuries in 2 or 3 years now. So hopefully that is helpful. If you enjoyed this or thought it was helpful, you can like or subscribe. And also right now I am doing a challenge of running every day for 1 year. If you want to follow along with that, I post a short every day. But thanks for stopping by, and I think I'm gonna catch my breath. Whew.